Antichrist!
It is Sunday, July 16th, 2017. This is the Bulldog Unchained podcast. I am your host, the King of Villains, Bulldog Malenko. And in studio with me today, once again, is the ever illustrious Dirtnap Dave.
Illustrious.
Yes. What's going on?
Hello.
And also, first timer joining in. That's right, we're going to pop his cherry.
Be gentle with me.
My buddy Matt Hotz. What's going on?
Not much. Be gentle with me. It's my first time.
I'm going to chop it up with Matt.
I'm so excited. See, last time Hotz was supposed to be here with us.
Oh my God.
He got a flat tire.
He had a flat tire. His sister died. His dog got cancer. Like
His
literally,
phone
this
was
dude had
off.
the epic shitty day
His
of
phone-
shitty
his
day.
phone
It was the
turned
worst.
off.
It was the worst fucking day of my life.
I was just like, motherfucker, if you woke up late, that's all you had to say. Like,
And all of a sudden, he's getting pictures like of a tire blown out.
Yep.
And like, oh,
My dog ate my homework. It's every excuse ever. I got my period.
I missed the bus.
And today I actually made it further down Pollock Avenue than I had before. I made it past the point of no return, and I was just like, I called him. I was just like, hey, I made it.
I see the buy here, pay here lot in the liquor store. Tell me how to get here.
That's real.
Just keep
Before
going.
something happens.
That's
Keep
absolutely
going.
real.
Make
You're
sure-
almost there.
Make sure to lock them doors
Yeah.
after you
When
get
you
out.
no longer feel safe, you have arrived.
Yes.
So, I really have no idea what we're going to talk about today. Just before
perfect.
we started recording, we were talking about how the greatest gift that Kurt Cobain ever gave the world was blowing his head off with a shotgun so that we could realize the true potential of Dave Grohl.
So let's go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Let's go a little further down it.
And how shitty of a person Courtney Love really is.
Oh, yes. She's wonderful. Mother of the year. Yes. With a memory like an elephant. Yes. I bet she tastes like cabbage and cigarettes when you kiss her. And you remember Lisa Lampanelli
And pee.
was better put together. Oh.
She dries sticky.
Definitely. Have you ever had that occurrence where you've touched something and it was wet and you're like, shit, you know that's gonna dry sticky.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's the worst.
Did you? So you didn't get to hear last week's episode, did you?
No, I did listen to last week's episode.
Oh, so you got to hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, because you said that it froze at like 3 minutes.
No. It froze at the last 3 minutes.
Oh. Really?
Like, when I got to the last 3 minutes of the episode, it was just gone.
Well, that's fucking weird.
The last 3 minutes.
Well,
I heard all.
It wasn't a full 2 hours. It stopped at like 1 hour and 57 minutes. So,
Well, that's probably wrong.
motherfucker, he's watching the time like, no, they're robbing me of these last 2 minutes and 48 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna have to leave a comment about this.
And you're getting a thumbs down.
Time
Yep.
is money, Bulldog.
Yep. Would have been
I
5
would-
stars, but
I would love to get Yelp reviews about my fucking podcast.
hell yeah.
That would be the greatest thing ever. And I would encourage everyone to just shit all over it.
Oh.
Like, leave me the worst reviews ever.
On Yelp.
Yes.
Because how I measure my self-worth is on others' opinion of me
Right.
on a website that nobody uses anymore.
Anyone who listens to this show obviously cares. I don't.
Yelp still
or
has
obviously
links to
realizes I don't
MySpace
care
on it.
about their opinion. If I
Yeah.
cared about opinions, this show would be like totally politically correct and about politics and world news. And
I'd much rather talk about music instead.
Right.
What about the list? The list of greatness that you were talking about a minute ago. We were talking about music band, like they're doing a lot of Funko Pops. Okay, nerd out time.
Yeah,
we'll go down this rabbit hole. Why not? Free flow. Funko Pops. They're making a lot of music ones, and they're such a diverse group of talent, like a deep pool to pull from.
I just thought of another one that should be added to my list.
We'll start it off with that.
We need a Humpty.
A Humpty Hump. Oh yeah,
we need Digital Underground.
Digital
Pops.
Underground. Tupac. Yeah, Tupac was.
Well, there was a Tupac pop already made. And
I know, but
and it's
Tupac
like $200 to get.
Tupac was in Digital Underground.
Yep.
He was a backup dancer. Yeah.
You know that he was also a backup dancer for MC Hammer?
No kidding.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't really know that.
Yeah.
I didn't read the autobiography. I just read the tattoo on his stomach.
I danced for Digital. I did the Humpty dance before it was cool.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go back down the Nirvana rabbit hole and be like,
oh,
I totally want a shotgun blast Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain with a pop
like
a
headless Kurt.
Yes,
like
that would be the only one that I would own. That's
like the headless Ned Stark, instant collector's item. Boom, worth way more than 12.
Fuck yes. I'd pay $20 for that exclusive.
Easy. Yeah, the FYE exclusive.
Yeah,
Kurt
especially
Cobain shotgun
if they leave
blast
like the lower
pop.
half, like the lower half of the jaw, and the rest of, and look, they could blood splatter.
Saying on the back of the
the insert.
Yes.
Yeah, and all like have some blood splatter on the inside of the front plastic case. Oh my god, this is brilliant.
Sex Pistols should be some pops too. They would be good.
He needs a needle in his arm.
Yeah. Oh, Sid. And that would be the exclusive.
Sid
What about
Nancy
a Janice or Mama Cass choking on a ham sandwich? Yeah. When Mama's in the Papas. Yeah. That would be great.
Oh fuck.
Janice Joplin. Since we're just talking about the 27 Club, we just should do the 27 Club. How they were found.
Oh my god.
Yep. With who was it this year? Oh, Chris Cornell.
Well, that's like the 57 Club.
Too soon. Nope, too late.
And by the way,
Chris Cornell, you should have left. You should have left at 27, bro. Didn't really care for Audio Slave.
Did you see what he hung himself with?
A belt?
No. It was one of those power workout band things.
Are you kidding?
I'm not shit. He went Petey Williams. Little Petey Pump.
Oh my goodness.
God damn it.
That makes it so much worse now. Oh, his head dropped like a stone. Oh. There it is.
God damn it.
Like, well, we're going there.
How dark.
Matt? Yeah.
Usually he's got all kinds of shit to throw in on stuff like this. I think he's maybe in awe of you. Usually it's Hotz that's dishing out the most morbid fucking things you could think of.
We'll go there, I guess.
It was Robin
Dirtnap
Williams.
Dave.
It was Robin Williams with the belt.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I think David Carradine also.
Oh, yeah. But his was autoerotic. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like jerking off like that. And
was
apparently
it
came and slipped.
Was it an accident? Was it? Or...
same way the dude from NXS went out.
Oh, yeah. That guy.
Mm-hmm. The devil was definitely inside.
So is that what we're calling our fists now?
Had to get it out.
Yeah, right.
There should be just a completely fucked up line of Funko Pop figures.
I would think Rush would be a good group, like the
what's funny?
Looking one.
Forever, I hated Rush. I
really?
didn't get no. Just hear me out.
All right.
For a long time, man, I just really was like, I don't get it. I don't get everybody's fucking love and obsession with this. First time I ever heard Tom Sawyer, I thought it was a chick.
I did too.
And so and then when I found out it was like some little skinny wizard looking guy, I was like, what the fuck is this bullshit? I'm not into this. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't give a fuck about Rush. But I literally, just in the past couple years, probably like 3 years ago, I was on Pandora fucking around and decided to just pull up Rush. And it was just all Rush songs playing, various albums and stuff. And because I was like, okay, I'm going to go into this objectively and really give it a shot. And as I was listening, I was like, God damn, dude, these guys were way ahead of their fucking time. They really were. Because I'm a huge fan. Like, a lot of people our age don't even know this person's name, but Alan Parsons Project.
Yes.
I love Alan Parsons. And
I love Edgar Allan Poe. The Edgar Allan Poe song?
Yes. Dude, Alan Parsons was brilliant. Was awesome. And he had a huge following, but I don't think that he got the notoriety he deserved.
Vastly underrated.
And way ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Like, he literally, Alan Parsons can be credited as one of the fathers, if not the godfather, of progressive rock.
Absolutely.
Like, he was doing shit that no one... It's like Jimi Hendrix. When Jimi Hendrix picked up a fucking guitar, well, the game changed. Shit was over. Like, this little rhythmic strumming, and all of a sudden, this dude who didn't know how to play grabs it.
Wait, he did it wrong.
Yeah, he played a right-handed guitar, left-handed, and so the strings were upside down initially. So he taught himself to play a completely incorrect way.
Yep.
Do you know that people have tried to recreate that and they can't fucking do it?
No.
That's amazing. And then he actually learned.
We're too busy on social media right now.
But think about this. Jimi Hendrix was so brilliant that not only did he learn to play incorrectly at first, and he wrote amazing songs like that, but then he learned how to properly play a guitar and got even better. Because I guess when you can play backwards and upside down, when you learn to play regularly, then it's just like, oh, well, look at this.
This makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Come on. It's way easier this way.
The scales actually go in order.
Backwards the whole time. There's a red house over there. Wait, I'm just fucking stressed.
But Geddy Lee, I do get it now. Rush, I'm on board.
Fantastic.
I'm years behind it. I know, but I get it.
Bastille Day is one of the anthems. It's all the there's so much of the catalog that I really do like. I mean, up through like the 90s, I prefer their classic stuff.
Hell,
better.
Until
Moving Pictures was one of my favorite. I think that's their best album front to back.
Until my mid to late 20s, I did not, and you got to keep in mind, I was in bands all my life, like growing up and stuff, and I've been in music my whole life. I did not give a fuck about Led Zeppelin, The Doors, Pink Floyd. I didn't give a fuck about that. For me, when somebody said 60s or 70s, my immediate thought is Creedence. That's literally the only band from back then that I cared about, because that's what I listened to when I was a kid. I love Creedence.
Okay.
And I listened to, like, when I was in high school, that whole hippie phase came back around, and people were all into Pink Floyd and The Doors and Led Zeppelin and all this, and I'm listening to it and I'm like, this is drug-fueled insanity. That is all that's happening here, and I don't understand it. Like, there ain't enough acid in the world
what's happening in the metal scene.
Right. But there's not enough acid in the world that can get me to connect with this.
Tell me you've changed your view on Led Zeppelin now.
All of them.
Yeah.
And then what's funny is, here's the thing though. You ever make a snap judgment about things, and then you realize, you're like, I don't give a fuck about these bands. I don't give a fuck about these bands. But then you hear songs, and you're like, oh, I love this song. Like, people are strange when you're... Dude, until my mid-20s, I had no idea that was The Doors.
Right.
No fucking clue. I just knew I loved that song. Bring all through to the other side. I was just like, oh, that song's pretty cool. I don't care who sings it, but I know this song, blah, blah, blah. I'll sing it. Fucking the Stones, the Rolling Stones.
Yes.
I had the opinion in my head, like, that's way too old for my shit. That's a Beatles era. I didn't like the Beatles when I was a kid.
Yep.
I couldn't stand it. I was like, this is
I was a music
stupid.
snob with mostly just metal.
Because at that time, I had Pantera and Megadeth and White Zombie.
Right.
And Sepultura was just coming out and all this. And we had Clutch. and you're gonna try to play me. It's been a hard day's night.
I wanna hold your hand. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, fuck off. And now I hear the
Black
Beatles.
Sabbath was as old as I got. Like
Yes.
I like Black Sabbath. That was as classic rock as I could get because I was like that. Okay, that's where metal started. Sweet Leaf and fucking
And see,
Iron Man and Paranoid.
incorrect.
And
No more tears.
I know.
So you know
I know.
So
Helter
for me,
Skelter.
You know where metal starts?
Helter Skelter was a rocking song.
You know where metal starts for me? When people ask me, what do you believe is the true roots of metal?
Sammy Hagar.
Robert Johnson.
The blues.
Yes.
I got you. I understand.
Metal has more in common with the blues than it does with rock and roll. Rock and roll is all about, like...
Are you talking about subject matter of
Yes,
songs?
subject. Metal, if you actually decipher the lyrics and read, metal is more notorious for placing out dark images of personal pain.
Yes.
Which is exactly what the fucking blues does. Like, the blues and metal go hand in hand.
Yeah.
It's just somebody found a way to make it harder, and they decided instead of, crying about it in the same manner, they were going to scream about it, and they were going to fucking distort it, and we're going to take off from there.
that was all that Black Sabbath was. They just distorted blues riffs.
Yeah.
That was what they were. That was all blues scales. That was all A major. It was all... It wasn't complex. It didn't like progressive rock that came after that. It was just blues scales, and it jammed, dude. It jammed. So
but as far as Led Zeppelin, oh yeah, dude, I get that now. And the other thing was, I really went back and looked at old footage of them instead of like the concerts they put on in the past 10, 20 years. I went back.
There's a
watched
box.
Them.
There's a box set.
I downloaded it, and I watched them in their heyday, and I was like, "Oh, goddamn, I get it."
Now, if I was a chick, I'd totally let them.
I would have thrown my panties on the stage. Absolutely,
I'd have let them put a fish in me. Yeah, yeah. I heard that story. I know what you're about, Jimmy.
What's your song?
Lemon song.
Lemon song. Yeah, really.
Cashmere.
Yes. What?
Cashmere.
Cashmere.
That's a great song too.
That's rocking.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's really dependent on the mood.
And now, what's funny is I used to be a snob about not liking Led Zeppelin, and now I'll be watching like a singing show, like one of these talent shows. And when I hear somebody start to sing a Led Zeppelin song, I'm like, "You better not fuck this up, you little asshole."
Yeah.
You better not fuck this up.
Yeah. Led Zeppelin's easy to mess up. Over the Hills and Far Away is one of my jams. Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, and the thing, I'm pretty sure it's what I'm thinking of. The Lemon song. So, Alice in Chains uses that same riff, that on Hate to Feel, I think it is.
Okay.
And what's funny, like, I'm a huge Alice in Chains fan. I used to listen to that all through high school. Alice in Chains is what got me through
Nutshell.
everything.
The unplugged version of Nutshell is one of the best songs ever performed ever, in my opinion. That's one of my favorites. Yeah. That's how they opened that show. And yeah, the crowd was electric for it, and they just came out and knocked it out of the freaking park.
How amazing was he too? Like, I can't... The only time I ever saw the Unplugged was the night that it aired, and I've never been able to watch it again because it just breaks my heart to see Lane like that. Like, he was a shell.
Oh yeah,
he could tell so he literally fixed as he was walking down the hallway to come into that room. He literally had just shot up. He looked like he was about to die at any second sitting on that stool.
Yeah,
and yet that voice, every bit of power was still there. Like, it's like that's the only thing he had left.
Yep, in the whole world.
Yep. And it's just, I can listen to it, but I can't watch.
Sure, I understand.
Performance.
I've got a buddy that the best person that I ever had the privilege of playing music with. He was the kid. Anything he touched, he could make music with. I mean, literally, he could rub two sticks together. In a
like
crazy,
Mike Patton or Prince.
It was just he had it was a touch. he had a gift, and he fostered it, and he worked hard at it, and he was really good at it, and he ended up becoming paranoid schizophrenic because I think his genius messed him up, and now he's struggling pretty hard.
That sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. He's in and out of jail, and it's
think
so
about
bad.
this though, like so.
I was
he probably
really good friend.
didn't do drugs, right?
No, yeah, he did.
Did he?
Oh yeah.
See,
I mean,
it seems to me when you look at music, especially, the most brilliant people in the world are the ones that have to have some sort of addiction.
Yeah. He absolutely.
Like Neil Fallon is a huge paradox for like a huge I misunderstand. I don't understand him because as far as the only thing that dude does he even drink beer?
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
Like he doesn't smoke. He doesn't.
He lives a rather healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, man.
Which
and always has. Like
contributes
he always
to their
stayed
longevity.
away from that shit.
I think they all do.
Yeah.
They all just they're like Rush. Rush was the same way in a lot of senses. They didn't really
weren't partiers.
Yeah, they weren't big partiers at all, and that contributed to them putting out albums for 4 decades. And that's what Clutch is going to do. And I love that they are a modern day Rush to me. The working man's fucking underdog rock band.
Yeah,
that's what they are, and that's what that's why I go out and see them that's why I've seen them more than any other band because they deserve it.
I just looked up the tour dates today. The closest they're going to be right now is Kansas City on August 5th.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hell
6
of a
hours.
drive,
Yeah,
that's a haul, but it is a Saturday.
And that that's my holy day. Well, my
Shomer Shabbos.
Yeah.
Shomer fucking Shabbos.
I don't roll on Shabbos. That's my favorite pop of yours,
Walter,
because it's so unacquirable. Because I don't want to spend the money on how much it's worth.
And I literally paid $10 for him at Hot Topic.
It was on clearance. Making me sick. No. It's okay. Okay, the jealousy has died down now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So speaking of pops and all that good stuff, so we were talking about secret headquarters last week. You ever go into secret headquarters?
Oh, I love secret headquarters.
Yeah.
Secret headquarters?
Yeah, secret headquarters.
The comic book toy arcade one-stop vintage toy collector shop, cards, games, pops, and other things.
And other things.
You mean that secret headquarters located on First Avenue?
Yeah, I'll pull it. There it is, 4225 North First Avenue, Evansville, Indiana. So I was in the shop.
That secret headquarters?
Yeah, that secret headquarters. I was in the shop on Friday, talking to Jeff Osborne, the owner, and Greg.
Nice fella.
Wilkins. Yeah. Two great guys.
Totally set me up for getting punched in the face a few times. I appreciate that. Yep. Good guy.
Yeah.
For others' entertainment.
So I negotiated a nice little bonus for all of my listeners of the Bulldog Unchained podcast.
Listen closely.
Anyone who listens to my podcast, if you go into secret headquarters and tell them that you heard about secret headquarters on Bulldog Unchained, or tell them Bulldog sent you, you will get a 10% off purchase or 10% off discount on your purchase.
Any purchase?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Especially pop figures.
Disclaimers.
That's insane.
Disclaimers, maybe, though, just in case you guys. Maybe.
Yeah, now they can't give you 10% off of like consignment stuff that they're selling for other people, like the pops that are in the display cases that aren't theirs, but like their actual stock.
Yes. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Specifically, awesome. I brokered that deal for pops.
Absolutely.
Like that's what I was after, because I know that we have quite a few pop collectors who listen to the show.
So we should have that insert like at the very beginning of the episode as a teaser. Hey, listen for this. Durka. Secret headquarters.
Jihad Durka.
Jihad 10%.
So, speaking of Durka, the Trey Parker was on the Nerdist a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he has a teenager now. And the teenager says derp to him. Stop being such a derp. He's like, I invented derp. And, no, you didn't. Look it up. So the kid looks up derp. and it says on that dictionary, urbandictionary.com, invented by Trey Parker and Matt Stone in South Park. See? Told you. Nah. And that's fantastic. How awesome. How awesome is
But you know that
is
kid still looks at his dad like the biggest geek in the
Of
fucking
course.
world. Like,
Whose
shut up,
parents
you
are cool?
jackass.
Yeah, no, you're not cool. You're not cool unless you pee your pants.
That's like-
You can't pee your pants when you have kids. Sorry.
All of my friends thought that my dad was like the coolest guy ever. And
Yeah, not so much.
no. My dad is great, though.
Yeah.
Now that I'm older, I
My
appreciate him.
dad's hilarious.
Oh, dude,
I
my
give
dad-
my dad the hardest fucking time ever. I rub it like if my mom will do something for me. She dotes on me, and it drives him crazy. And I love fucking, and I'll just dead eye him while she's grabbing me a cup of coffee or a slice of pie or anything like that. If she does anything for me at all, it pisses him off, and I'm just like, yeah, that's fucking right, Dad. She likes me better than she likes you. You just sit there with your old ass cup of coffee, and I'm getting a fresh one. Ha ha ha. She even made me a new pot. Ha ha ha. He gets so pissed off.
That reminds
Tries to
me of
punch
this meme that I saw where this lady is talking about her husband and her son were playing like Halo or something against each other.
Mm.
And they started shit talking each other, and the dad looks at the son and goes, "I fucked your mother last night."
Oh,
and the son goes,
God.
"I've been deeper inside of her than you ever will be."
That's funny. That's so funny. Kind of gross. Hey, Mom. Oh, my mother actually is on her way to Vegas this week. Yep. It's going to be a good time. She's going to visit an aunt of mine that lives there. It's not her sister, it's her aunt. So it's my great aunt.
Mm-hmm.
She's, older and lives in Vegas. Surprise. It's not Florida. It was Florida, but the property values went up a little bit. So she got a little equity in her house. So she sold the house and moved out to Vegas. Because, as long as it's hot, who gives a shit if there's water?
There's sand.
Yeah.
There's lots of sand.
There is. And there's lots of concrete. Well, when I went to my Vegas experience was all on the main strip, and that was only for like 3.5 days.
That sucks.
Which was great. No, it was awesome. I really had fun. I went to the old strip and stuff, and I went off
Fremont Street.
Yeah, I went off a little bit. We went to the
Fremont
mob.
Street in Vegas is the equivalent of Fairs Avenue here in Evansville.
Oh, it's wonderful though. There's so many good places to go into, and there's a place where you get a discount on a
Hepatitis?
There's a place you can get a discount on a giant burger if you weigh over 400 pounds.
Jesus
You can get a burger cheaper if you're bigger, because it's like a 6-stack burger or something like that. It's called the cholesterol megaton bomb or something crazy, something super. It just sounds like, hey, you're gonna eat this and you're gonna die. And if you're 400 pounds or 500 pounds, you get a bigger discount. I'm like, that's genius right there. You think anybody's walking up and down this hot ass street like that? That restaurant was empty as hell because it was the 4th of July. There wasn't nobody in there, even then, because it was 158,000 degrees.
Right.
Yeah, the sun was just like chilling on my shoulder.
Las Vegas is 4 miles away from the sun.
Yeah.
It really is, man. Like when I lived there
awesome.
in the summer, if I didn't have to go out before 9 p.m., I didn't.
I don't blame you.
It's fuck that. Like, if you had to go out around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's 118 degrees, and there's like a 15-mile-an-hour wind. It's just like walking into a blow dryer.
Yep.
It's awful, and no one turns it off.
Mm-hmm. It's a good time.
The only salvation is at night when the sun goes down, and they turn the sprinklers on for grass anywhere in Vegas. And when you're driving down the road with your windows down, you can literally feel when you're coming upon and you see sprinklers on, if you roll your windows down,
You'll
you
get a mist.
literally feel like a 20 to 30 degree drop
Yeah.
while you're driving through that part.
I've never
Good
been to
times.
Vegas.
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
It's
Like,
yeah,
I
it's
understand
Mecca. It's
people who have
Mecca.
never been,
It really
or
is
if you've
great.
got a limited time, you're going to be on the strip and that's it. But there is so much more to Vegas than the strip. Like, so many fucking things.
Yeah, they have
to
Starbucks,
see and do.
Krispy Kreme, In-N-Out Burger.
Hey, In-N-Out Burger in and of itself is an adventure that everyone...
That happened.
Those are good burgers, Walter.
Yes. Nice.
Near the In-N-Out Burger.
Shut the fuck up, Walter.
Donnie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Donnie was oh God, I love that movie so much. The Big Lebowski. It's so much fun.
All it is the greatest dialogue ever written.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing more, nothing
fantastic
less.
Conversations.
Yeah.
And that was what made the movie. It was the script for sure, and the delivery of the players.
It's sad. Like, I really think that while all of them are still alive, I think the Coen brothers should revisit it and do a follow-up movie just to show us where they're at this point in life.
Not Lebowski.
Nope.
I don't think so.
It's the story is what it is.
You don't have enough faith in the Coen brothers to write a great follow-up?
It's not that.
It's not that.
It doesn't need
just
it.
like Raising Arizona.
I want to see Little Lebowski.
No.
It doesn't.
I want to see what kind of bullshit this kid could.
Well, see, that's
get
the
into.
thing. You can never that time period in his life. You get a ashtray bounced off your forehead. You get a coffee cup. That's right, asshole.
Fucking fascist.
Stay
out of Malibu, Lebowski.
You
Stay
get
out of
all
Malibu,
of that.
deadbeat.
You get the nihilists. You get Donnie dying. You get all that stuff happening right around that, and that's the thing. Their best friend of all this time passes away during this. I mean, you can't top that, man. You can't have it. It's not believable. Just like
if you think about
Dumb and Dumber sequels.
If you think about it, though, like
the first one was great.
It could so work because they're all still alive right now. And when that came out, what, 93?
I don't know. It was a while ago.
The Big Lebowski was like
it's
90.
20 years. It's 20-something years.
Oh yeah. So next year we're looking at a 25-year. Dude,
John Goodman was great.
I'd be all right with a reunion, like maybe a documentary.
There you go.
But not a sequel.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't want a sequel.
Oh my god.
You can't. It's just
they've
all drifted apart now.
No. Absolutely not. If you bowl together, you stay together. Even the fucking Jesus is still there. And nobody fucks with the Jesus.
I actually have
Liam. Liam's still there.
I have Maud and the dude. Those are
they're back there.
Yeah.
So is Donnie. Donnie's in there somewhere.
Nice.
He's actually the hardest one to get.
Donnie is?
Mm-hmm.
Walter's still my favorite. Walter Sobchak is one of the greatest cinematic characters in film history.
Smokey, this is not Nom. There are rules.
Mark it 0.
You think I'm fucking around? Dude, okay, so you got to realize, I went to see this. No, it came out in, I think, 95 or 96. I was in high school.
Okay.
Because I went to see this with a bunch of people from the football team. Like there's a bunch of us that went to see this, like 20, 30 of us.
What position did you play?
Right outside linebacker. But anyway, when Walter shows up and really starts getting crazy, everyone just kind of looks at me and they're like,
"That's you."
That's you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, the dude has one part in the movie where everyone in the theater who was there with me goes, "Oh my God, it's Bulldog." When he goes, "Man, I've got a headache and I hate the fucking Eagles, man." That's one that still holds. I hate the fucking Eagles. They're awful. What's funny is, Eagles? I love Don Henley's solo career. I love Glenn Fry's solo career. Hate the fucking Eagles. They're terrible. That is shit.
Life in the Fast Lane?
I don't give a fuck about nobody's Hotel California.
It'll surely make you lose your mind. Uh-huh.
I don't give a fuck about 18 Wheels and a Dozen Roses.
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about Desperado. I'm talking about Life in the Fast Lane.
No.
Lines on the mirror. Lines on her face.
No.
She pretended not to notice.
Mm-mm.
She was caught up in that race.
Jump off the fucking balcony.
Go on, Jenny. Take that step.
Jump off the fucking balcony. I'm glad you knew what I was talking about.
That even though that was Freebird,
Yeah, whatever.
I know. I get it. I get it, Jenny.
I think everyone makes that association with Jenny from Forrest Gump during that scene.
It's Freebird. It's the solo from Freebird.
I know.
Diddly diddly diddly.
But that dumbass song, when you think about anyone or anything that you've seen, it's her to a T.
Okay.
Fuck the Eagles. Oh, God.
Yeah.
They literally have not done one thing that I've ever enjoyed except broke up.
What about Kiss?
You want me to be honest? I love Gene Simmons. I think
Really?
Kiss is one of the most underrated or overrated.
Do you think Gene Simmons is cool? Like,
No. I love Gene Simmons because that dude could stamp a Kiss logo on a dog turd and get 1 million people to pay $50 for it.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
Brilliant.
He's so shameless.
Brilliant.
He is shameless as hell.
If I could make that kind of money stamping my little simple logo on anything, I'd be fucking shameless too. People call it selling out, and I'm like, no, selling out is when you're doing something you don't want to do for a lot of money. Gene Simmons does not do anything that Gene Simmons does not want to fucking do. Gene Simmons has never sold out.
I loved what Howard Stern did to him.
What
Howard Stern does to him. Or they'd have a guy come on that sounded like Gene Simmons. I mean, he was on point, and he
it's
would
the same
sell,
dude that does Trump,
and he would sell everything, and he would do these little infomercials where he'd pitch just the craziest fucking Kiss merchandise. It was so funny. The Kiss douchebag and
that dude sold Kiss coffins.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they all sold. They sold out on the pre-order. Like they sold the fuck out.
Like, yeah, I'll take one of those.
Weren't they like $10,000 each?
Like I'm pricing fucking coffins.
I'm just saying.
No, I am not in that demographic. I am not trying to even think about that. I want to get buried with the seed, with a tree seed. I don't know if you've seen this or not. You get cremated.
I hope my face comes up in the tree.
And then you get mixed in.
And it looks like I'm trapped in
with some. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Han Solo and carbonite.
Yes,
that's it.
That'd be fucking great.
Someone that loves you. Ugh. Shut up, Leia. You're ruining it.
Really? You're gonna shit on Star Wars?
No,
man.
There's a couple of things worth shitting on in the original films. There is.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
not that I don't love those stories, but there are. There's some crappy
like the fact
things.
that
their brother and sister.
Well, the fact that Darth Vader doesn't realize instantly that that's his daughter.
Yes.
You're the most force-sensitive person in the universe.
Look. McPoopy Pants over here. You want to talk about me?
Hey, look, I admit there are some things where
Mr. Poopy Butthole.
There's a couple of holes. That's what
you're the most force-sensitive being in the universe that's ever existed, and you don't know that that's your daughter.
Yep. He's like BFD. I mean, I feel like a little bit of a connection here, but I'm trying to find Obi-Wan so I can chop him down.
Also, the fact that Obi-Wan doesn't know who the fuck R2-D2 is.
Right? Like immediately?
Look, dude, you don't have Alzheimer's. We've established
it was a clever ruse.
Yeah.
It was misdirection.
No.
Classic misdirection.
It was classic. Oh, we didn't prepare very well for this.
Wait, hold on. Sequels. Hold on. Plot holes.
Prequels. Yeah.
Wait, we'll get this.
Lucas made that shit up as he went along.
You know he did.
Without a doubt. And that's the best thing about
Star Wars. And apparently,
Wars.
Everyone else in the room had not paid attention to any of that shit
the
either.
Thing is,
they were like, great idea, George. Great idea.
George Lucas was like a he had better cameras, but was just like it was like a trauma film. It just, he just did things last second, and
we're comparing Star Wars to the Toxic Avenger.
That's, I mean, he just had better cameras, better green screens and shit. What am I supposed to do? It's a little similar.
That's amazing.
It's a little similar.
You know, there are people listening right now like, that's blasphemy.
Oh.
Not when you're talking about the prequels.
Chewbacca.
It's blasphemy.
Chewbacca. The first set.
Now, look, you know what?
Yeah.
I honestly, because George Lucas now denies it, but the dude that did the voice of Jar Jar Binks simply says, I have no comment about that.
Oh, look at what's happening to what's the kid's name that played Annie.
Oh, man, Jake Lloyd, he went off the fucking rails.
Have you
That
met
dude's
that
in
guy?
a mental hospital.
I met him.
Oh.
He came to Evansville.
Yeah. Isn't he from
Was he crazy?
Jasper or something?
He was an asshole.
Was he?
He was.
That's what I heard.
Kid, you were in a movie. What the
No, he was in two. He was in Jingle All the Way.
Wasn't that
classic.
with Arnold Schwarzenegger and
Sinbad. That is
And
a great
Paul
movie.
White?
Hold on, that is a great movie.
Paul White.
Have you ever watched it? It's
yeah, dude,
funny
of
as
course
hell.
I've seen it.
It really is.
Yeah. Oh, it was right after Sinbad made Shazam.
God damn it. I'm from that universe where that happened.
Totally. In the infinite universes, I mean, Rick and Morty explains that.
I came from that. I
just
was
a
originally in that universe and
It's a
somehow
slip. Yep.
slipped into this one. And
It was just a slip in time space.
where Shazam doesn't exist, and I'm like, what?
Wait.
No, I remember it. Like, motherfucker, you were a genie.
Ben Stiller.
No,
was in it
that
too.
was Shaquille O'Neal as Kazam. No, I remember that shithole movie too.
Wasn't that a video game too?
What? No,
Was
you're
that
thinking
Shaq
of Shaq Fu.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Shaq is like Gene
You know
Simmons
what's
of
sad?
basketball.
You know what's sad? Shaq Fu was actually a good game.
Now it's Icy Hot. He used to make gangster rap in video games, and now he fucking peddles Icy Hot.
Oh, dude, Shaq Diesel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was a
That
fucking
album
gangster.
was actually good, especially his songs with Fushnikins.
I don't even know how to reply to this right now.
And he also peddles tea.
And tea.
What?
And tea.
Yeah.
Tea?
Yeah. He's got tea that they sell at CVS.
Shut the fuck up.
Shaq tea.
Shaq tea.
Is this real?
Yeah.
Shaq
Shaquille
tea.
O'Neal
That sounds like
has
a
his own
dance.
brand of tea.
That sounds like a dance more than a beverage.
I'll go buy you a can.
No. I do not need that much proof.
I bet it's this fucking big, isn't it?
It's like one of those big ass Arizona tea cans.
Yeah.
I bet
So
it's
they
the biggest.
they basically made it the
it's
size of his cock.
It's a big fucking girthy fucking can of tea.
I love what Joe Rogan says in Triggered, where he's like, am I saying that women can't do everything that big, strong men can do? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. And that's not sexist. I can't do everything that men can do. You know how I know? Because I met Shaquille O'Neal, and his dick is where my face is. If we hold hands in the park, we're barely the same thing.
Yes. Dude, Shaq's a giant. That dude's tremendous. I love his voice
His
too.
dick is where my face is.
That's so. Yep. I was trying to get away from that, but we can stay there. We can stay. That's fine. We'll stay.
And have you seen that tiny little woman that he fucks?
Shaquille O'Neal?
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't know. I don't know who she.
She's not even 5 foot tall,
Really?
and I doubt she weighs 110
I
pounds.
bet it's like fucking an ashtray.
I'm
It's just this big around.
I'm betting
this
that
deep.
her stomach rises 4 inches when he puts it in.
It looks like that scene in fucking Alien.
It looks like Trimmers. It looks like Trimmers when they're skimming under the surface of the ground.
Or like all the scenes in Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
When
I
he's
should have taken a
burrowing.
left at Albuquerque.
Yeah. That's exactly what he's doing to her. Oh God.
It's like a fucking mole. There's a groundhog in there. It's destroying everything.
She plays whack-a-mole on her
You know
stomach.
that her organs are not in the original
saying.
places that they were.
Nope.
They are all crammed up into her rib cage.
She needs another kidney. Gross. You're welcome, Shaquille O'Neal.
Correct.
God. He's got Homewrecker tattooed on his dick in 36 font. He's got the whole word spelled out. You can put, it looks like a poster board just wrapped around there. Fucking Jesus.
How did we end up talking about Shaquille O'Neal's dick?
Arizona tea cans. Or Shaq tea.
Right,
That's
Shaq
it.
tea.
Shaq tea. And it being in a 64-ounce can.
Just that reaffirms my stance on I don't drink tea.
That's exactly why. Because it's emasculating as fuck.
And Shaq's dick was probably on that can at some point.
That's how I add that Shaq flavor. Stir it with my dick. And then they made a mold, and that's what we pour it in.
God damn it.
16 servings. Serve it at parties. Shaq tea.
Oh, hey, here you go. So I had somebody tell me.
A little salty.
I had somebody tell me that they wanted to hear a little more wrestling talk.
Oh.
So,
cool.
You watch wrestling at all, Hotz?
Not in a long
No?
time.
Man, you
You're
need to get on.
missing out.
You really are. You're missing
many stories.
Not just the stories, man. The level of athlete that is in professional wrestling now.
Higher than it's ever been.
Literally, you can only look back at the 80s and maybe pluck 10 people that could survive in today's wrestling. Like Shawn Michaels, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, people along those lines.
The matches are a lot faster now too. Even from the Attitude Era to now, it's lightning quick, and they are just, it's like a full fucking sprint for half an hour. Yeah. It's awesome. It's great.
I haven't watched wrestling since probably high school.
Man, that's sad.
I don't have cable.
And
I don't either.
WWE
well, actually, I mean,
Network.
we do in the living room, but I don't in my bedroom.
WWE Network.
Yeah, dude, WWE Network is the best $10 a month I spend. It literally, there's so much to watch.
You don't know what a Canadian destroyer is, do you?
Oh my God, if he were to see that, his brain would melt.
That's one of the coolest moves ever.
Fuck yes, it is. Everybody's like, oh, the RKO. Yeah, fuck the RKO. Let me see Randy Orton hit Petey Williams fucking
Canadian destroyer.
Yes.
I love that Kurt Hawkins said that's how he was finished in the match at Great Balls of Fire. He said he was just in case anybody was wondering, I got beat by a Canadian destroyer off the top rope. Heath Slater beat me with a Canadian destroyer off the top rope.
Kurt Hawkins is so funny.
That's hilarious. And they're allowed, like, the social media engagement with wrestling now. It's tremendous. It's a lot of fun, man, and they keep it lighter than it used to be. It got PG and lame for a while with a lot of celebrity involvement
and the politics that Linda was trying to get into.
Yeah, so they lightened it up big time in order to present a good product and whatever.
Family entertainment.
They've gotten a bit of the edge back but through character and story building. But you don't necessarily have to say ass or bitch every other word. Like when you were watching it, was it the Stone Cold stuff, the Rock stuff, that kind of every other word was ass and bitch and titties and sex was everything about wrestling. It was all that, and who was doing who, and Vince McMahon was cheating on Linda with all these women, like in his character, and that was just a really sexist time, and there was a lot more cursing and that kind of shit that led to the fighting. Now it's a lot more rivalry, and it's got a lot more competition driven in the last few years, and that's what's raised, in my opinion, the level of storytelling, because you can get somebody to care without it doesn't have to always be sex driven. Sure, there are some elements of that still there are still some relationship dichotomies that have an element of that in it, and there's still, the women are still they empower women as opposed to objectify them now. The women are
the female
no
athletes
divas.
now.
They're called superstars, and they're main eventing the shows. They're having Hell in a Cell matches. They had a Money in the Bank match.
You got Charlotte Flair, who is Ric Flair's daughter, who does moonsaults off the top rope to the outside of the ring. This chick is like, she's taller than her father. She's like 6 foot tall.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're tremendous. The athleticism,
Crazy.
the level of athleticism
Asuka is a whole.
They're all
different...
stiff. They're working stiff. They're
they kick the shit out of
touching,
each other.
They're not just tapping and anymore. It's not the piss break match.
Literally,
it's not
you'll see a majority of women's matches now that are just as good as the men's.
Yep. They want you guys. They basically put it out there on the table for them. You want this? You're gonna have to freaking earn it.
Yep.
You're gonna have to. It's not gonna get. It's not gonna be given to you. You have to perform, and they've been able to keep interest. A lot better than the cruiserweights have. Yeah.
Here's the problem with the cruiserweights. So
going on after the main event of SmackDown.
No, that's not even because if they did it the way it should be done, the cruiserweights going on after the main event, it should be the main event. From what we saw from the Cruiserweight Classic, anyone who watched the Cruiserweight Classic tournament and then you watch 205 Live, you should feel like you're getting robbed.
Yeah.
They
turned
did
it into a segment show.
They turned these motherfuckers into regular WWE Monday Night Raw and SmackDown wrestling, and they slowed them down. They
really did,
and they really put the handcuffs on them on what they're able to do. I'm sorry, but if Lince Dorado or Grand Metalik appears on Raw, that should steal the fucking show. Akira Tozawa should be snap German suplexing everyone that steps foot in the ring with him. That fucking like lightning fast German suplex that looks like it should just kill you automatically. It's the most vicious thing. You know why he can't
do it?
Why?
Whose move is that?
I don't give a fuck. No, because we got somebody who does the crippler crossface now. Sasha Banks. Her bank statement, that's the crippler crossface.
It was the yes lock for a while too.
Yeah. It's Chris Benoit. And you know what? As bad as you might want to snuff him out of history, well, guess what? Now he's back in the pay-per-views.
It's not just that, too. I mean, he didn't just do that. It wasn't just the back. I'm talking about Brock Lesnar, man. That's Brock Lesnar's move right now. I know.
And you know
that's
what?
Why I think,
hey, look, I love Brock, but the moment that Brock Lesnar can do a German suplex as good or better than Akira Tozawa, then he can lay claim to it.
That's exactly why he can't do it. That's why Tozawa's
and you know, and that's just it. That's the one thing about
that kind of politics.
Kevin Dunn,
happens.
Vince McMahon. It's time to go.
What about Talking Smack getting canceled?
Bullshit. Even The Miz, dude. You could see how amazing the interactions between Renee Young and The Miz always are.
Always are.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And even The Miz tweeted, Renee brought out the best in everyone.
Yep.
Talking Smack, they did a talk show
what she did
on the WWE Network after SmackDown each week.
Yeah.
So you got to get off your TV and then go log into WWE Network and watch. And it's must-see. Like, you want to see it because the wrestlers come on and instead of doing scripted promos and stuff, they're being real. They're sitting at a table with interviewers. Just talking. And it's cool as fuck. And that show is what made The Miz. Like, in this current, like, for his current run... When he blew up on Daniel Bryan and called Daniel Bryan a coward, and Daniel Bryan said he wrestled like a coward, and then The Miz was like, called him out and was like, you say you love this business so much, and yet you're medically cleared to wrestle. WWE is the only place you can't wrestle. If you love it so much, why don't you go back to the bingo halls and the National Guard armories and go wrestle for the public? He's like, you won't.
Yep.
Dude, I mean, he got real, and it was.
Daniel Bryan
got pissed and left, like walked off the set. It was fucking amazing.
Yeah, and that was, I read that it was Vince McMahon that canceled it because of it not being in the best interest of the company.
How is it not?
That's just how he feels,
and that's
because guys were going off script,
exactly, and that
going
just
into business for themselves,
and that's what look. When you look back at the Attitude Era, how did you get noticed?
Yeah.
You basically, someone didn't know what to do with you. It's kind of like what WCW did with Jericho. WCW made Chris Jericho by accident. They literally said, we're turning you heel. And he was like, oh, thank God. And then they were like, we don't know what to do with you, but we're going to give you 3 to 5 minutes. Go out, cut a promo. Say whatever you want.
Man of 1,004 holds.
You're good. Yeah. Chris Jericho gave us comedy fucking gold
for weeks,
months.
Yes,
months and months. Week after week, he was the thing to watch WCW.
Monday Night Jericho.
Yes, yes, and dude, all of it. Like calling people the wrong names, like Ron Mysterio Jr. and Stinko Malenko and Diamond Dallas Page, Tony Schiavone.
Yeah.
Dude. Just this fucking goofy shit. And he was just out there having fun.
Hilarious. Yeah.
Made himself a superstar.
Still one of the best.
And had it been up to Eric Bischoff and WCW's creative, Jericho never would have been anything. But they made the mistake of, oh, we don't know what to do with you. Just go out there and talk, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, there's I'm a Jerichoholic signs all over the fucking crowd. I was one of them.
Absolutely. He was fun.
Amazing.
Yeah. I love the man of 1,004 holds.
Oh, dude, that
arm
whole
bar,
arm drag,
arm bar,
moss covered 3-handle family gradunzel,
arm bar,
the Saskatchewan spinning nerve hold,
arm bar.
Oh my god! But stuff. No, like that's just it. I think that part of the flaw, Vince's mentality is too old. It's too old school. He still wants these big hulking monsters to be the blah, blah, blah.
He wants to protect his brand.
No, the brand is changing. And if you want to know how much the brand is changing, look how popular New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor are.
Yep.
You don't have 300-pound fucking monsters at the top.
No.
You got guys that range between 185 to 230 pounds that can flat out
and
go.
You know why that? You know why New Japan is on the world stage right now? 2 words. Bullet Club.
Oh, absolutely. And then, okay, there you go. Look,
I went to Hot Topic the other day to buy a Bullet Club shirt because I'm a fanboy like that.
Oh,
because
did they have them or were they sold out?
Not only were they gone, they were sold out of every single size and every single thing online except for extra small. Except
because it's the first time that we've been able to get Bullet Club merchandise and not pay $50 a shirt.
Word.
And as soon as it was made available to the American public, they're gone. Bullet Club is the greatest thing that's ever happened to wrestling aside from the NWO.
It's a lot of fun. So yeah.
And the Bullet Club is the reason why we have Finn Balor, AJ Styles in WWE, Gallows and Anderson, who are grossly misused. They'll
have their time. I think
maybe
so.
Unless they get pissed off and leave and go back,
like Aries, like Austin
Aries. That's what I was going to bring up initially when I brought up the wrestling. Austin Aries, how awful that he felt that was his only option, was to be like, hey, look, I want my release. I can't be here.
Well, he wasn't going to be used.
205. They made him a cruiserweight. First of all, you don't know who he is. Austin Aries is from TNA Wrestling. His moniker is the greatest man that's ever lived. And he lives up to that shit every single time. Like, Austin Aries is pure entertainment.
He's really funny.
He's on
funny.
par. He's on par with Shawn Michaels in his heyday.
He's really funny. Yeah, like the guy is entertaining. I'll give him that.
And he can flat out wrestle.
Yeah. And
WWE wanted to relegate him to the cruiserweight division.
He made the cruiserweight champion look
amazing.
Yeah, they really did.
Well, how sad! I mean, you see these guys. You see Noam Dar.
What's going on with Jack Gallagher?
Jack Gallagher, Noam Dar, Cedric Alexander, Tony Nese. Tony Nese should be in the heavyweight title picture within a year. Like, he should be
the premier athlete,
dude. He can cut promos.
Oh, he's good. And
he looks like a god.
Yeah,
I don't believe he weighs 205 pounds or less.
He's
There's
awesome.
No fucking way. That dude's got to be 230.
You didn't see it. I mean, he was at Raw. They wrestled. He got to wrestle when we was there.
Yeah, he's jacked.
He is pretty big.
He is huge.
Yeah, he's cut up. And the guy can go. He can go. He really can. I dig Tony Nese too.
Who was the other one that Tony Nese teamed with that I said they should be a tag team? He's also built for a cruiserweight. Fuck.
Dead air.
Right.
I don't know.
No, the show didn't end, Hotz. But no, this all boils down to Vince. It's time for Vince McMahon to step aside, because there are too many people being held down because you've got guys like Roman Reigns. And look, I love Brock. I do. And Brock is a spectacle. First of all, when Brock Lesnar gets in the ring, there is anyone who uses a shred of logic, there is no one in that company that if Brock Lesnar loses his shit on you, there is no one in that company that can stop him. Brock Lesnar will genuinely beat the fuck out of any single one of those people walking that backstage.
I don't know.
Who do you think could take Brock down?
Fandango. He's legit. He's a legit tough guy.
Brock Lesnar
would
destroy
taekwondo.
Johnny
He
Curtis.
knows taekwondo. Come on now.
Yeah, so did CM Punk.
See how
That worked out well against Mickey Gall, didn't it? Yeah, how'd your little fan... He walked to the center of the cage with attitude, and Mickey Gall went, bop! Right in his fucking face.
and then put him on his butt and
choked him. Yeah.
Real quick.
Goddamn.
Do you watch the UFC at all? No?
Oh.
Awesome. That primal combat urge wasn't there for you. Not a big fan of the combat sports. I understand. It's not some people's thing.
It's not my thing.
I understand.
Have you ever watched UFC? No?
No.
Maybe you just need to see one time and you'll be like, okay, that's kind of cool. These two people are legit beating the fuck out of each other right now. This is awesome. And I'm not getting hit.
Or you could just go to World Star.
No.
I'm just kidding. It pisses me off.
Those fights are fun.
Oh, no.
What ends up happening to me is I see that there's one person that's usually grossly outmatched by the opponent, and the opponent has no mercy at all and continues to bludgeon the said helpless person.
Someone's unconscious.
Yeah, and it's just like, wow, people are really shitty. Yeah, the last time I was in a self-defense situation,
you're a coward.
Yeah, the last time I was in a self-defense situation, I didn't even punch the guy. And he came at me swinging. I put him on his butt. I choked him until he went unconscious, and then I let him up, and that's all that I did. And I could have got up and stomped this guy's face in.
Right.
And if he'd have got back up coming at me, the punt,
then the
punt kick would have occurred next, and it was lined up perfect too. So, yeah, he didn't. I was lucky. When people do that, I don't really. Yeah, that's the opposite of technique, and it's athleticism and it's in its purest form too. When it's real, that makes it great. The only bad thing about UFC is you want a story. And
there's only a few people that have that capability.
And the stories aren't very long in UFC. You just don't.
Well,
you don't
yeah,
have
because
that.
I mean, when it's a
grind.
legit fight,
that's a grind. That's one of the hardest things ever. Yeah.
I mean, there's thousands of hours going into each.
And the game passes you. The game passes you so fast. It's such a small window of time that you have.
Yeah, you've got freak incidents like Chuck Liddell was on top for 7 years.
Anderson Silva is a guy that I remember that.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and Jose Aldo was on top for a long time. Fedor was on top for a long time, but
Crow Cop.
Crow
Cop had a few fluke things happen to him here and there, but Crow Cop was a premier fucking fighter for years.
Frank Mir, the Diaz brothers.
The Diaz brothers are entertaining as fuck. You don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but they're entertaining. They're just.
That's why they use sign language.
They have smoked themselves retarded.
That's why they use sign language. That's why they flip everybody off because you can't understand what they're saying. Fuck you. I know. I met Nate Diaz.
Stockton, bitch.
I met Nate Diaz in Vegas, and he was tremendously. He's awesome.
Cool, laid back. Oh yeah,
yeah. They're real nice guys.
As long as you don't step to them with attitude. The Diaz brothers, they just seem like they would be fun as fuck to hang out with.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. He chopped it up with me for a second. It was
good.
Well,
and guys like that who are legit badasses, they don't have to act like they're badasses all the time. Everyone if you see the Diaz brothers, they literally look like they're third from the left on the evolutionary chart. Like their foreheads stick out like the Cro-Magnon. Yes, absolutely. I'm being honest too. That's real.
They do triathlons to keep in shape. That's what they do for cardio.
Yeah.
They travel 50-something miles by foot.
It's because neither of them can drive. They're just crazy. But no, to finish my point about WWE, it's time for Vince to step aside. It's time for Kevin Dunn to be fucking fired by Triple H when he takes over.
Past time.
Oh, way past. And it's time for amazing talent to stop being buried. And there needs to be a shift of when Triple H steps up, because you can see it at NXT. Everyone who competes in NXT gets the opportunity of show me what you got.
Show me what you got.
Show me what you can fucking do. And that needs to happen on the main roster, because we are seeing people that basically they have the same match with different people every week.
Oh, isn't that Ric Flair did that for 30 years?
There's a difference.
Yeah, I know.
Time frame.
I know.
When Ric Flair was doing that, there weren't guys that could go with Ric Flair week in and week out.
Yeah, I know.
When you really got to see Ric Flair's prowess when the series with Steamboat.
They wrestled 500 times.
Yeah, and they wrestled for an hour every time. That's when you really got to see what Ric Flair can fucking do.
Yeah.
Same thing with Steve Austin. A lot of people only know Stone Cold.
No, Stunning Steve.
You go back and watch Stunning
greatness.
Steve versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and their series for the television title.
That was greatness.
Motherfuck. Steve Austin was literally one of the best.
That's why he was
workers.
the ringmaster.
Which, once again, a terrible idea by Vince that was allowed to transition because of Stone Cold's own fucking will.
And tea and stuff.
And when he won the King of the Ring, he said, I had no idea what I was going to say. And that's why when he got back from getting his lip stitched up, he asked Michael Hayes, what did Jake Roberts say? And he said, he talked about the Bible and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I got something for his ass. And that's when the whole Austin 316 happened. And it was on the fly. No one scripted that for him.
Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass. Great, one of the greatest moments in professional wrestling history.
Well, and everybody forgets about the real brutality of that when he goes right at the beginning. What Jake Roberts needs to do is go buy himself a cheap bottle of Thunderbird and dig up some of that courage he had in his prime.
Cold.
Savage.
So cold.
Oh my God. What the fuck, dude? He's a recovering alcoholic and you just shit as he's walking by him.
Yeah.
The referees were helping Jake Roberts
like,
down the aisle through those.
What do you got to go and do that for?
Oh my God.
Yeah, he went off the wagon that night.
Oh yeah.
He jumped.
He found like 6 bottles of Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Oh,
crack.
Shit. So, all right, Hotz, what have you been into lately? What's going on with you?
Just work.
Just work. What about toys? Dude, he is a huge toy collector too.
I am a
Sweet.
huge toy collector. What do you collect?
I have collections of
Pops?
pops.
Pop figures, wrestling figures.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of I like to collect 8x10s. I got a nice wall started up of that. Yeah. A few celebrity wrestlers and UFC fighters.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a big the combat sport thing is a big part of
He used
my
to
whole
fight
thing.
too.
Yeah, I've done that, and so that's all. I've always been involved with it, or I've always had an interest in it. I've been actually even been going to some local indie wrestling shows that are wonderfully terrible. It's good. Yeah.
Those are actually.
Have you
those
been to
are the
that
best.
card shop that's over on Vogel Road?
Yes.
What?
I bought a Chris Jericho. Figure there.
What? What? What is this? What?
There's a card shop over on Vogel Road.
Where?
It's got collectibles. It's in between like Green River and Burkhart.
So past AT&T there?
Yeah.
Like if I'm going from Green
It'll
River
be on
to
your
Burkhart,
right.
On the right?
Uh-huh.
Do you know what it's called?
It's called the card
The
shop.
card shop.
What? How long's it been there?
You know,
Probably 6-7 months.
What?
Maybe a year.
Why do I not fucking know about this?
I don't know.
Because potato. I don't know.
Fuck you. Dick.
It's
all kinds of shit. There.
Yeah, it's a nice place. They focus on a lot more like D&D role play cards and stuff. And they have a sports collection. They have a boot of Hulk Hogan's that's signed. They had one the last time I was there. They had some figurines. They had some 8x10s and stuff. Yeah, they started getting pops in, commons and stuff.
Still.
It's neat. It's a neat little shop.
I gotta go.
They have setups like how the comic book store on Covert. They have D&D nights and stuff like that. Or
Book Broker?
Not Book. Yeah, Book Broker.
Book Broker.
And then how the comic book store over on Morgan.
Comic Quest.
Comic Quest, yeah. They have that.
Mouth breathers.
Yeah. You're not a big fan of that place?
I like the shop.
The
I don't
selection.
like the employees.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't like the kids who work there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I went in there a couple of times, and I'm a huge comic book nerd.
Okay.
Like, legit, I've got probably 12 or 13 long boxes that are just sitting in my house. And
Wow.
then a bunch of short boxes. I collect a lot of vintage shit. And so I've got all this stuff.
Uh-huh.
And some of my comic books I needed some special bags and boards for, because I've been working on bagging and boarding all of my shit.
Bunch of savages in this town.
Bunch of fucking savages. So I walk in and I go up to the counter and I look at this probably 15, 16-year-old kid stand behind the counter, and he's just looking at me with this slack-jawed look on his face like he has no fucking clue what I'm about to say to him. I'm like, you work in probably, arguably, the largest comic book store.
You guys have motor oil here?
In Evansville. And
How much is this?
And I'm like, okay, I brought this comic book. I need a bag and a board. Do you sell this size bag? And he goes, oh, I don't know.
You're asking people all these crazy questions.
All these crazy questions.
Hurry up and buy.
And I'm like, well, do you know if maybe there's somebody here who maybe would know? Maybe the owner. Okay. Well,
is he?
Could you point me in his direction and maybe I can ask him? Yeah. Let me see if I can find him. Okay. Scoot. Go
Nice.
on. And I stood there, waited, and he never fucking came back.
He's like, maybe if I just wait in the back of the store long
He
enough.
did too. He went and hid like in some of the aisles. He was like, if I wait long enough, he'll just go
He'll
away.
leave. I know it.
He's still out there waiting.
Did he have the haircut where he constantly swoops his hair across his face, like the thing where all the kids now with the long he
had the kind of
anime
curly,
haircut.
He had the curly moppy. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
I don't know who you're talking about, but fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. And
I'll just stay in the back. He'll leave eventually.
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's understandable. There you go. So do you got that camera up and running now, Bulldog?
No. Luckily, no.
No, you don't. What are you saying? What are you saying? The audience wants to hear.
Inquiring minds want to
Right.
know.
No. Understandable. So yes, and I think that's a big reason why that's why we prefer to conduct our business online, is because shithead owners hire shithead teenagers to give us shithead service because they don't have any shithead answers, and so we have to Google it all. And why the fuck would we answer it? Why would we waste our time?
Well, and then
dealing with people
when you Google
dealing
what
with
you're
people
looking
when
for,
you're-
you find out you can get it for about 30% cheaper online.
and that's exactly why.
and it gets delivered straight to your house.
And you know what caused that? The increase of business that occurs online takes out the middleman. And because because there's no customer service experience, there's no fucking reason for me to go to into public, out into a store, and give my business to a place and take my time out of my day to go patronize a business, and they don't even, and then they shit on you by giving you unknowledgeable minimum wage given kids that all they're doing is making sure that the lights are turned off at the end of the night.
One place I do have to give praise to here in town, simply because I have been into a ton of these stores in other places, and it seems like everywhere else that I've gone, the staff at this one particular corporate franchise is just, they are awful. But our Hot Topic,
they're great,
is amazing.
Yeah,
the really staff nice. That we get, Liz, the manager, has been there since we were teenagers.
Okay.
She's like, I remember when Hot Topic first opened, like Liz has literally been working there since almost the beginning, if not the beginning.
So we still got some of the same Metallica shirts we've had since we opened.
But literally everyone that works in our Hot Topic, they are friendly. They greet you as soon as you come in. Mm-hmm. And even as annoying as we pop collectors can be sometimes,
they're still helpful.
Yes, so helpful. And they will tell you, like, if you're looking in vain for something, like they'll tell you, like, no, it's not buried in there. We try to keep them sectioned. I mean, you may get lucky and stumble, but we haven't seen it since, in a week.
Yeah, we've had several people come in and ask.
Oh, yeah. And, like, they will even...
Can I get that ladder?
Dude, when I was in there on Friday... and I got my wrestling pops. Sasha Banks, I didn't see her because she was up high. I grabbed Jericho, $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and Iron Sheik.
Yes.
And I was like, I asked Liz, I was like, do you have either like the Sasha Banks or Bailey pops? And she goes, I think Bailey's an exclusive for someone. But she was like, we have Sasha. And I was like, where? And she points up and I start walking toward the wall of pops. And she goes, hold on, let me get the ladder. And I was like, okay. And she was like, you literally look like you were about to start climbing the shelves. And I was like, I might have.
That's funny. Bailey's a Toys R Us exclusive.
Is she?
Yes.
Okay. Do they have her?
I don't know. I got mine from WWE.com.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So what? $12, $12.99?
Nah, because I got the Enzo and Big Cass Battle Pack too.
Oh damn! I need to get that.
Yeah, but WWE's got a little bit of an issue with shipping. They're not really good with pops. My box,
did they not package them good?
My box was damaged. My Enzo and Cass Battle Pack, I'm calling them on Monday and getting that shit changed out. Like, look,
you better learn how to package these with little air bubble packing things.
We need some foam peanuts, and we need some love.
Dude, bubble wrap goes a long fucking way,
tremendously
and it's cheap.
long. But no, there was some space in there for them to move around.
That's sad to hear because when I ordered my NXT title,
that thing was
protected and then protected.
Yeah,
when it got shipped to me.
Shirts and everything. I've never had an issue with them, but it's just this one instance. I've always had great luck with WWE.com. So, yeah. Other than this, I've gotten other pops from them that were good, but I ordered them one at a time, and they came in a good box, and they were fine. But these were not, and so yeah, because I ordered them all together, and so they packaged them all together. Some snot-nosed 17-year-old getting paid minimum fucking wage. It's like, fuck it. Here's a little bit of newspaper. Here's your pops. Have a good day. Home for dinner. All right.
Let me just
get out of here.
Think about this. Pizza rolls. Can you imagine how stressful it has to be to work in a WWE shipping warehouse?
No.
Hold on. Let's think about this. We watch Raw. And after the first hour, you see a WWE Shop commercial. Tonight on WWE Shop, exclusive, buy one t-shirt, get one half off, and free shipping. Using the promo code RAW30.
25.
Yeah. And can you imagine the amount? I know how much I've ordered during some of those. Like, I've literally ordered 4, 6 t-shirts sometimes in those deals. And like, all t-shirts tonight, $15. God, fuck yeah, I'm jumping on that shit.
When they're usually 25?
Yes.
Yes, thank you, please. And 30 and 35 if you're at a live event.
Yeah. And so think about how many millions of people are watching.
Right.
And then jumping on
even like
shit.
a 3% penetration on that.
That's huge.
That's a big chunk of
amounts of orders to fill.
Yeah.
Penetration.
Yeah. Marketing penetration, not sexual penetration.
I don't know. I bet some of those
like that Shaq
like,
tea can.
I bet some of those people that work in the WWE shipping warehouses feel like they get fucked when WWE runs those specials.
Again, the
like,
commercials.
I think I'm going to call in.
Hey, Vince.
And the thing is, too.
Hey, Vince. I know that this is the call-in line.
Even if you choose regular shipping from WWE, I've never had anything take more than 5 days to get to me.
Vince McMahon's such a micromanager. The call-in line goes straight to
Vince.
I'm awake right now. What's up? There's no chance. You're fired. I mean, he does that to everybody. Interns, when they're done, you're fired. I love how hillbilly he sounds because he's just basically he's like white trash, man, and that's what's so great about him. He's kind of like a just a diabolical genius, man, and that came from nothing. He came from a family that was broken as shit, and they were
He
gypsies.
got kicked out of military school.
They were gypsies, man. His family was a bunch of gypsies, and his dad was living a champagne life on a beer wallet, ripping guys off and doing, sitting in New York's finest bars and nightclubs.
So far as I've ever heard,
those clubs.
Vince never ripped. Like Vince Sr. never ripped anyone off. Like he literally was that guy that all you needed was his handshake and his word, and whatever he said was going to happen for you, he made it happen.
Yeah.
Now Vince Jr. is the one who came in and started shitting on everybody.
I don't know. I think
like he basically broke every promise he made to his father when he purchased the company from him. His dad made him promise he would never infringe on anybody else's territories. He would never get in the ring and wrestle. Just so many things that happen. And
aren't they doing a biopic of Vince McMahon right now? Aren't they filming one?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Almost as excited as I am for...
I think they should call the movie Voodoo Ken Mafia.
Avengers Infinity War.
Right?
We're speaking Hotz's language.
Did you see the shit from D23?
No, I didn't see it. I can't find it. I want to.
Did you? Well, I know you didn't see the footage.
I saw that goddamn poster.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to see.
Did you see the children of Thanos? Oh my god!
And isn't it Josh Brolin that's Thanos?
Yeah.
See, he's so
No
great.
Country for Old Men. Yes, it's gonna be.
And
awesome.
he's gonna be amazing as Cable. He's going to murder that role. Have you seen what he looks like now?
He's
getting
big.
ripped.
Oh, he is jacked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm excited for that. That's May. That's May next year, right?
Yeah.
It's not, it's just like, I'm almost as excited as I am for the next season of Orange is the New Black.
May is Avengers, and I think Deadpool's in June. I think.
Okay.
April or June.
That's gonna be awesome too. Yeah, I gotta somebody.
They should just put those together as a double feature, and I'll pay $30 a ticket to go, and just give us a 15-minute break between the movies.
Right.
Let's treat it like old Grindhouse films.
The Josh Brolin double feature.
Right. Exactly. We'll just run it as Marvel Grindhouse films.
You just see him changing costumes in between.
I don't remember. I got a little message for that Deadpool 2 the other day, and I was like, oh. Yes, that's gonna be great too, and it's just him doing like the worm. The picture is just his ass. It's just his ass, like his lower abs and his thighs, and he's got his ass cocked up in the air, like it's National Feminist Day or something. Ryan Reynolds, his greatness. He was even awesome as Green Lantern. I enjoyed that movie.
Dude, Ryan Reynolds though, like if you follow him on Twitter, Ryan Reynolds is Wade Wilson.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He's a pretty funny guy.
Did you see?
He was Wade Wilson before Wade Wilson came into his life.
When we realized that Ryan Reynolds, at first I was like, well, Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, that's cool. I like that. But I was like, if it's just all going to be CGI'd, then it needs to be Nolan North, who is the voice of Deadpool forever.
Yeah.
Through the video games and the cartoon and whatever.
Oh.
No one know, and the video game, like Deadpool game.
Uh-huh.
And, oh my God, he's great. But when I realized that it was going to be live action, we're actually going to see Ryan Reynolds, I was like, oh, well, fuck yeah. Okay. Awesome. Because Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson in the Wolverine Origin movie, amazing. That thing at the end when Ryan couldn't be there for filming that.
Baraka.
Yeah.
With no mouth. God damn it.
It's time for some karate.
Well, you saw Blade Trinity, right?
Mm-hmm. He was Wade Wilson in that.
Yeah, he was definitely Wade Wilson as
Yeah.
Hannibal King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the meat of my butt, right above the Hello Kitty tattoo.
I can't wait to see in Deadpool 2 how many new Easter eggs there are. You know, I don't know how many times I've watched Deadpool. I don't know. And every time I watch it, I still find different
New
little
stuff?
Easter eggs hidden. Yes. Like the biggest thing I marked out for opening night at IMAX was the fucking Vespa scooter. When Al, his blind roommate, is coming to the door and she trips and falls, leaning against the wall by the door is the red scooter. And I was like, there's the red Vespa! And everybody's like, what? I was like, the scooter! And everybody's like, what scooter? I was like, fuck you people, you don't read comics. You don't know shit about this. Get out of my theater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what happened when I saw Hydra Bob.
I marked out for Bob too, because when he goes, Bob? I was like, Hydra Bob!
That's what happened. Christina was like, who the fuck is Bob? I was like, it's Hydra Bob! You don't know Hydra Bob?
Nice. Nope. I'm sitting here lost as hell.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
That's
you know
how
what
I
we're
felt
talking
during
about,
the wrestling
right?
talk.
I got you.
Yeah.
I understand.
You know what
No,
we're
I'm
talking
there.
about though, right? Hydra Bob?
From the movie?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No.
The dude that whenever he's killing everyone near the end, and all of a sudden he goes, and he goes, Bob? Wade? And he has that conversation about the
cookout dinner
and the
stuff.
tuna casserole. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Hydra Bob.
His wife's tuna casserole.
Hydra Bob is a huge part
of the comics?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about now. Yes.
And I just
Subtle
let
references.
me just say I love TJ Wilson or TJ Miller as fucking Weasel. God damn. He cannot be more perfect. And what's funny is, so I just recently watched all of Silicon Valley.
Everybody tells me I need to watch that show.
Oh my god, dude. Ehrlich, the dude that TJ Miller plays in there, it's Weasel. Oh my god, that show is so funny. You will love Silicon Valley.
Everybody tells me I would.
There's 4 seasons of it, and I literally burned through all of them in like 6 days.
Nice.
So good. So good.
So much time. So much time.
Look, you get home from work, you get you some food, hop in bed, pow, turn on Silicon Valley.
There you go. And
Speaking of other great shows that a lot of people don't know about, do either of you have Netflix?
Yes.
Have you watched The Ranch?
Ugh.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's a little too sitcom-y.
No.
for me.
Oh, dude, it's fucking great. Sam Elliott is the dad. Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson from that 70s show, they play brothers. They're his sons. They run a ranch. Comedy fucking gold, dude. Comedy gold. Sam Elliott is fucking hysterical.
Ashton is a star football player turned ranch hand.
Washed up.
He turned
football.
ranch hand. Yeah, and then the little brother is the one that just always disappointed everybody.
that's me.
And
Well, he's the older brother.
oh, he's the older brother that wasn't as good as the younger star athlete brother. And Sam Elliott's just Sam Elliott. He's just Sam Elliott, and he's awesome. But I just, I tried.
How many
I
episodes?
two.
No,
Watched two
dude.
front to back.
Get in about halfway of that first season,
Right.
and you'll be like, okay.
It's formulaic. I feel
It is
like.
formulaic,
And there's canned laughter, and that kind of kills it for me. It's like, what fucking year is this? Is this? I mean, and they do the woos, and I mean, it's just like, what the fuck? If I felt like they were making fun of the canned laughter, but no, those are punchline.
That's the way I feel it is. I think it's totally
those are punchline, like parody.
Yeah,
it's parody of it. Then I mean,
that's
get
the way
that,
I
but
feel.
It felt like it was too timed out. It like Fuller House. Fuck that show too. Yeah. Yeah, that's awfulness because it was just this. Okay, we're gonna do the exact.
We're gonna cash in.
Yep, we're gonna make all of this the exact same stuck in the '90s thing. Like that's so. It's like, bitch, let's address that meth problem that you had for a few years. If we're gonna be a real Full House rehash, like the Olsen twins passed on it because they were so busy with all of their anorexia. So I
will say this though,
it was garbage.
Jodie Sweetin, I could watch her on TV all day, every day.
Yeah,
Stephanie Tanner.
I know who you're talking about. That's the meth problem one.
Dim titties though. Dim titties weren't affected by the meth. Good Lord, I'm betting she could raise the Titanic completely intact with those.
And she showed him off pretty good in that show too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's like, I know what's bringing me to the table.
That's why the house was fuller.
Yeah.
Fuller bra.
10 points. That was good.
To Gryffindor.
Yep.
Oh shit. So let's see here. Oh, dude, took Haley last night to see Wonder Woman. Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that? Fucking amazing.
Great movie, actually. I thought the whole thing was well done.
I'm like, again, I'm not a huge DC fan. I've always liked Wonder Woman though, just because of her story. And at first I was like, oh no, they're not really going to get into her origin, like who she really is. And they did, and I was very happy with it. Like that whole movie was just greatness.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I like the island. Awesome. I like the island a lot. I enjoyed the origin story, and wow, okay, I want to see what happens next. I'm
actually looking forward to Justice League.
That's gonna be fun. Aquaman, he's gonna be beast,
dude.
Total beast mode.
Yeah.
So yeah, we saw the preview for Justice League before Wonder Woman started. Jason Momoa,
he's the man.
He's gonna be pretty fucking funny.
It's just bad. I dig it.
Yes. Oh my god. Yeah. Like he's already busting Batman's balls like this. Dude, you're a fish guy. Shut up.
You're right.
You have no real powers. Hey, you stop that over there. Oh, you're lucky you're not in this water, because if you were,
I'd get
wasn't that Family Guy?
Yes. Yeah. You smell like a gross woman. I could have went so many directions there with I just feel like Aquaman, especially with all the hair on Aquaman holding all the fish smell.
You smell like a gross woman.
Yeah. Like an ungodly woman. Like a very
You smell like a Portuguese cat house.
Oh. Flounder.
Oh God.
I wonder if it's just like he's like, no, I don't eat meat. I just eat kelp. That's how I got buff like this, because he's a vegetarian. I'm pooping on Aquaman. I want to see the movie. I'm excited. Well, Samoans always make things more fun.
It's cool that they got someone like him to play that role. Because, I mean, he literally is going to be the most physically imposing true specimen in the movie.
If they got some dude that looked like Peter Parker to play Aquaman, it'd be a little bit hard there. What's going on, professional?
It's I dropped something now.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's
Sweet.
gone. It's dead to me now.
Sweet. Fuck it.
So, are you going to the Pop meetup?
I think I am.
Yeah,
yes.
4:00.
Yeah. Rocket Bar North, all the way up there now instead of at Buffalo Wild Wings.
But still, that's
I know.
Cool.
It's fine.
They're working with. Are you going?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, we're having our Southern Indiana Funko group Pop meetup tonight at Rocket Bar. It starts at 4.
Trade,
we're doing a bunch
buy,
of
sell, trade.
Yeah, and we're doing a bunch of giveaways, and you cannot, neither of you can say what the top one is, but I'm giving away that 10-inch Groot along with that. Yes, that's the surprise one.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Fancy. It's definitely not a Stranger Things one. I'll say that. I'll just say that.
Bulldog, I have a confession to make.
What's that?
I actually do not care about that show.
What?
No.
That show?
See?
Really?
Not at all.
I dig it. It's pretty cool.
Not at
Well,
all.
see,
But
that's...
we can't really get
I
into
know.
that 'cause
I
that'll
know.
give
I
away.
know. I'm just saying.
I'm just going to say, I'm going
Now,
to
were you
quote
talking
Madonna.
about Stranger Things?
I'm gonna-
or
No.
that show?
I'm going to quote
Okay,
Madonna
okay.
and say Vogue. Or Vague. Shit. Man, I messed it all up. I was going to land, but it just didn't. Oh,
It's swinging a miss.
now the Groot.
Vague.
Yeah. The 10
That was so much fun. That movie
Which
was so
I mean,
much fun.
you know, and I'll let everybody know the lid on the 10-inch Groot has a slight crease in it, but still, you're getting a free 10-inch Groot, and half these people weren't able to get them
at all.
Groot.
Yep, because, you know, there's like 6 of them sitting in here right now.
No, there are 2. There's one for me, and there's one for Haley Fawn, and then there's
Why
that
doesn't
third
Haley
one.
Fawn have it? You guys were just
Look,
celebrating your
hold on, you
anniversaries
see?
last
Okay,
night.
look, see that Jericho and that Spider-Man and that Finn Balor? Those are hers too.
Sweet.
Apparently, I'm like her pop storage
You're
facility.
her hoarder.
Yeah, because I don't have enough pops that I now have to hold hers for her as well. I think I'm going to use them as trade bait. Just kidding, Haley Fawn. She'll kill me. She'll kill me.
Just kidding. I got some. I think I'm going to take some Harry Potter, some. I don't know. Maybe some Game of Thrones. Speaking of, are you going to watch tonight?
Of course.
I'll be at the meetup.
How long is it going to be?
4 to 9.
Oh,
Jeez.
Oh.
oof, that's a long time to talk about 3.5-inch vinyl figures.
Yeah, but
Hanging out with Courtney and Bobby.
and Derek.
And Derek, yep. And some other folks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a lot. That's a long time. They're giving us the room for 5 hours? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, plus, I mean, you got to realize, a bunch of people are going to have stuff to buy, sell, and trade, and all this, and then all the giveaways, dude. Like, we have a ton of giveaways.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a bunch of stuff being given away at this.
How do you determine who gets it?
Basically, you sign a list for any of them that you're interested in being entered for, and then Bobby is going to put all of the names into one of those random generator things, and then you spin the wheel on the screen. Whoever's name it lands on is who wins that one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I like that they're doing that too, instead of just, okay, and I think if you win something, then you're out for winning other things, but you only sign up to win the things that you want to win. That way you don't win something you don't want. You know what I mean? Because that kind of sucks.
Yes. Yes, that would be... It's like, I just want the Groot. And then you win the Captain America one, and you're just like, I hate
I already
Captain
got this. Somebody trade me something.
Right. Right. So it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. And there's pizza.
Yeah, just give me the Groot. I'll just take it and go home.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people looking forward to that. The funny thing is, so I got all 3 of those together. I got lucky. Got all 3 of them. And I posted the picture on the group, and this one dude who actually works at Target, I won't even say his fucking name, but he tried to call me a flipper. And I was like, bitch,
This
fuck
ain't
you.
Beale Street.
You don't know shit about me or why I bought these. I was like, I literally got one for myself, got one for my girlfriend who was at that time getting ready to go in for open heart surgery. And then I got one that I was potentially going to use as a giveaway for my show, like through the podcast as a promotion. Or if someone had something of equal $30, like if someone had a pop that I wanted, like that's a little harder to find.
Like a juggernaut.
You're right. I have him.
You got him now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Haley got him for me.
Nice.
For, I think she paid $25.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shipped.
Nice.
The Juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah. I was super happy to get that one. I still say, the what's funny... Well, but anyway, this little bastard tried to call me a flipper, and I went off on him in the group, and then they had to delete the whole thing, and Bobby and Courtney got a hold of me. They were like, look, you were very justified in what you said, but we can't have that kind of stuff in the group. And I was like, all right, whatever. But I was like, if people want to talk shit about me, and I also told him, I was like, dude, you're being awful brave considering I live in the same fucking town as you, and I know where the fuck you work. Fuck you. Like, don't shit talk. And then, you know, I end up throwing it up.
You ain't about that life, little man.
Right. I end up throwing it up as a giveaway, and I was like, I guess I could sell it for like $70 to $100.
That's what those are going for right now?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see here. I'll pull up eBay real quick. We'll see.
Now we're going down this rabbit hole, folks.
Yeah.
This trip to eBay is brought to you by the letter E. E. Egg. Excellent. Ecuador. Equator.
Oh, well, no. There's one for $48 and free shipping. That's not
quality. All right. I can stop.
And then the rest are like $55, $60.
This eBay hunting moment
75.
has been brought to you by the letter E. $75 for a 10-inch Groot.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, I mean,
get it.
It was a $30 figure.
Hell yeah. It is. It's awesome. It really is nice.
I mean, it still ain't my Walter, but
yeah.
I've also got Captain Spaulding back in here.
That's the greatness.
Fuck yeah, it is. That's like a 90, 80, 90 bucks, I think. I also have Sam and Dean from Supernatural in their FBI suits. It's like a fucking $200 set. Nice. I literally got them at Hot Topic when they had like tons of them.
Yeah. Isn't it great?
Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? Now, though, it's so hard to find things like that because everybody and their mama's collecting these now.
Right.
And it's like, God damn it, people, fuck off. I was here first. I was collecting. Like people freaked out when they saw my Elvis Stitch. Where did you get an Elvis Stitch? I paid $10 for it at Hot Topic when it came out. What are you talking about? Where did I get it?
I think my rarest pop is my V from V for Vendetta.
See, that's
nice.
okay. Look,
that's a good one.
So we've talked about this. Me and Dave talked about that. So I should have grabbed. I love V for Vendetta, and I was like, that's one of those pops. I'll be able to come back and get him. I'll be able to come back and get him. And then the same thing with the CM Punk and AJ Lee pops from WWE. CM Punk pops now are like $200.
Yep. Everywhere. Hers is $180.
My biggest kick into my own balls. Planet Arlia Vegeta. The Toy Tokyo exclusive. Planet Arlia Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z.
Worth $1,000.
Oh no. Now they're selling for $3,000 on eBay. $3,000 to $5,000. Yes. I had the opportunity 2 weeks after the Toy Tokyo convention. One of my buddies online got two of them, offered to sell me one for $25, and I was like, I'm not paying $25 for a pop figure.
Good job, bub. Well, hey, we live and we learn.
And we cry and regret. And the crazy thing is...
Do you do it in the mirror?
Yes, absolutely. I stare at myself in the mirror. I'm like, you could have had a Planet Arlia Vegeta for $25.
You dumb.
Oh, God. But literally, it sucks because I wouldn't want it for the value. I want it because Vegeta's my favorite character. Like, I love Vegeta. And...
There's some more over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I love the way he says Kakarot. That was always my favorite. How he never called him Goku. It was always Kakarot. I love that. It's just like that one asshole that always calls you by your old name.
Unless I win the Powerball, I'm never going to be able to justify spending $3,000 on a vinyl figure just to have. And I wouldn't be buying it for the value. I want it because I want it. However, they do have really good customs that people have done, like on Pinterest, and they sell them for like $60 to $70 with the custom box. thinking about going. I'm like, you know what?
No,
just to have the
buddy
figure.
of mine says if he hits a certain number of sales in a month, that's what he's gonna get is the Planet Arlia. Yeah,
really.
Yeah, he's got a big DBZ collection. Yeah, where he's got just about everything except for that.
Well,
so,
yeah,
he's got the
like
Chocolate
there's
Boo
two main pieces that I'm missing: Chocolate Boo and Super Saiyan Trunks.
Yeah, he's got
That's
both of those.
pretty much it.
Yeah.
That, and I need the orange version of Goku on the Nimbus from Galactic Toys, but I can get that at any time for $20.
Okay.
You say that now.
Yeah.
Right. Very good point. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking that'll be a CM Punk.
Right. Absolutely.
But like, yeah, I've got Boba Fett. I have Boba Fett's not a big, but I have Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars
Nice.
in here.
My Boba Fett's
I
signed.
got Joker with kisses the other day.
That's cool. Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was awesome.
The funny thing is, most of my Deadpools, most of those are actually worth like 20 to 40 to 60, just depending.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Those ain't going nowhere.
No.
You got anything that you're taking for trade or anything today? Thinking about?
Like, that's kind of what I was looking at. Well, what's funny is I was talking to Haley Fawn about potentially dwindling down some of my collection and just keeping things like my music collection, obviously, because, you know, I've got my Lemmies in here. I have there's my gold Lemmy. There's my regular Lemmy.
Yeah.
I got my Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Metallica's
TV shows
coming
and
out.
movies. I don't care about that. I don't give a shit. But in my
Give me your
video
Star Wars
games.
ones.
Well, I mean, that's the funny thing. I've got Boba Fett, and I got the Spirit Yoda up there, and I have Emperor Palpatine. I think those are the only 3 Star Wars that I have.
I just didn't. That's why I won't, because I'm OCD about it, and I want everything in
right.
the, in
And
the
so
group.
I'm honestly thinking about getting rid of those. Now, this trio on the bottom right here, that's one of my favorite things.
Space Ghost,
Zorak, and Brak. Oh my God!
Those
guys,
two SummerCon exclusives.
Zorak and Brak, I had to order from Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But yeah, like keeping all my video games, but just like some of the loose odds and ends ones that I've got, just thinking about weeding them out.
This Iron Fist down here.
No. You're not getting my exclusive Iron Fist. No. But like Deathstroke, my Joker and Harley, I don't.
Yeah, see, I've got all the Jokers.
I'm more into Marvel, as you can see. Like, I'm more into Marvel than I am DC.
So my dad was a DC guy. He was a Detective Comics guy. Yeah.
Do what?
Say get rid of your Steelers ones.
Fuck you.
Polly Molly.
And Ben Roethlisberger.
Maloo.
My Ben. That's my Toys R Us exclusive in the Bumblebee jersey. I love that.
Raffleburger.
Rafflecopter.
Several later. Something. I don't know. Yep. Sweet. So this Aquafina, it's.
Oh man. Oh no.
It's working.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we've pretty much covered today.
Hell yeah! Way to go. We went down that rabbit hole.
I feel bad because we jumped into a bunch of shit that Hotz is like, what?
That's all right.
Wrestling
and fighting.
At least you know.
You'll have me back, right?
Yeah.
You know what I really dig about you? You didn't say the lamest thing that non-wrestling people say to wrestling fans.
What's that?
It's fake, right? You know it's fake, right? That's
it's fake, right?
You know, it's the most condescending, patronizing prick thing.
But meanwhile, they're going to get excited and tell you all about Game of Thrones and those real dragons.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but
yeah, exactly.
That not just that, but it's just. Come on, folks. Come on, people. Really? What year is it? And why you gotta? What? I
like looking at people and going, "Oh my God!"
That are so miserable. That are so miserable with their own life. They have to shit on what makes you happy. That's what I love. That's all.
I know someone who specializes in that.
Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah.
We're probably thinking of the same person.
Dun 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 dun. It's like, oh yeah, you're happy? Well, it sucks. Oh, you like steak? Well, fuck steak.
Yes, that's pretty much how this person is.
I don't eat steak. I'm a vegetarian. Yeah.
Yeah, anything that could be slightly popular, you just got to shit on it. And I'm like, what? Stop it. But if it's obscure and no one knows what it is, oh, it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. Ooh, I just found this tea that they only make in Sri Lanka.
From Shaquille O'Neal's semen.
Yeah. Shaq tea.
All right. Well, we've come full circle. We've come full circle to Shaq tea.
I'm bringing you some the next time you come.
No, do not. I don't need that in my life.
With a hint of lemon.
It smells like pee. All right, guys. Well, for Dirtnap Dave,
thanks for having me,
Mr. Hotz.
Thank you.
I am the king of villains, Bulldog Malenko, and Dirtnap, you want to come back in next week?
Well, yeah.
Yeah?
That sounds good.
Maybe we'll get Nubsy back in, too, and
something.
Shit all over whatever he's talking about.
Sure. He's got the show. He's got that show coming up in August
19th, yeah.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
All right, guys.
PG mode.
Take care.
Show's over, motherfuckers.